get together. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Kristen Lindahl.
I'm Matthew Davis.
We are from Winona State University, and we are here to discuss Meal TSP. Tonight we are going to be discussing the industry overview of salon and spas, moving on to Aveda and Meal TSP specifically within that industry, then moving on to the challenge that Meal TSP has been seeing, and then their ticket to success in order to turn around that challenge. Today, the salon and spa industry is a growing component of the United States. It has 1.1 million establishments. That was as of May 2014, with an annual revenue of $46 billion. We say that this is a growing component because even during the 2008 to 2009 recession, this industry added more than 3,800 locations. In addition to adding those locations, it has also added a great job growth outlook for this industry. As we can see from 2012 to 2022, each of the occupations within the personal appearance jobs, which is within this industry, have an allotted percentage of growth, with the total personal appearance jobs having a growth rate of 14%. So that's going to keep jobs coming to the U.S. and establishments coming. So this is showing that they're willing to persevere through these recessions and make sure that they can still make this industry successful for their customers who want to come in and look better.
First off, the distribution trends that would affect Neo TSP's overall growth over the last couple of years. A gentleman by the name of Holden Lewis is a managing director at BB&T Capital Markets, and he says that firms focus on capital preservation will likely lose market position over firms over time versus those that focus on capital appreciation. According to Lewis, distributors who are aggressive have occasionally made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, that's understandable. But they have also generally exhibited superior top-line growth, margins, and valuations over time versus companies that are more conservative or less effective in allocating capital effectively. Essentially what he is saying is that if you don't use your capital and just let it sit there, you're not going to be effective as a company. So use the money that you have to spend. Customers want procurement to be as easy as possible. They want one-stop shopping. They want Amazon. They want eBay. They want to be able to go somewhere and buy every product they want or every service that they need. Fight commoditization is another distribution trend that everyone is trying to fight over. Create strong relationships with customers and think more about the customer experience as a whole. Not just for Neo TSP specifically, not just within Aveda salons, but also the ultimate end users of the product. People like us, everyday people. Distributors wouldn't be around unless they have products to move, and Aveda is a nationwide salon and spa company that uses these companies. Aveda was founded in 1978 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is one of 29 brands in the Estee Lauder Corporation. Was privately held until that sale. A vision of Aveda is to have a big, healthy footprint and to leave no trace. They want to do this by lowering CO2 equivalent emissions per product by lowering the CO2 emissions per milliliter of that product, and then also by lowering the water consumption per product by lowering the water consumption per milliliter of each product. This vision is also clearly stated in their mission statement, which if you look here on the wall behind the reception desk at an Aveda salon, it is stated. Their vision reads, our mission at Aveda is to care for the world we live in, from the products we make to the ways in which we give back to our society. At Aveda, we strive to set an example for environmental leadership and responsibility, not just in the world of beauty, but around the world. Aveda does need someone to help with the distribution of their products, and that's where Neo TSP comes into play. Neo TSP is a partnership between the salon people and Neo Corporation. This started back in 2013, and since the collaboration of their companies, they've created some new goals along the way. They want to be a top 100 company to work for, and they want to achieve this by growing lifelong and growing relationships between them and their salons. They are an exclusive distributor of Aveda products other than Aveda themselves. They mainly focus in the Southeast, or their only focus is in the Southeast, in Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and Florida. They have 3 words to live by, within their company. One of them is results. The other is relationships and realizing full potential. They believe that with these words, they can achieve success long term.
Although the success hasn't been too long term, they've still been successful but have experienced a challenge. The challenge for Neal TSP has been a decline in sales. This has been from the ultimate end user having to cut expenses, not having the budget in order to finance those trips to Aveda salons, which then in turn turned into their customers, the salon owners, having to shut down on sales because they couldn't afford to have that extra product at their stores. So as we can see, this did have a growth and revenue help for Neal TSP, but it was also within the whole salon and spa industry. With this salon and spa performance index, we can see that sales took a great decline here. This is 2011 quarter 3. They say that being above 100, you're in the expansion phase, so you're still growing. But we can see is since they did take a dive down more towards 100, they're in a contraction phase, which means that the salon and spa industry greatly saw declines, so they were contracting, and all the salons were focusing more on survival rather than growth. Another graph that can show this type of decline is the current situation and expectation indices. With the current situation, this measures the current trends based on the 5 industry indicators, which are service sales, retail sales, customer traffic, employees and their hours, and capital expenditures. It has been up recently for the past 5 quarters, higher than it's been with the recession. And then it's also comparing what the current trends are to the expectations, which the expectations are based off of salon and spa industry owners' 6-month outlook of the industry and how they feel it's gonna grow and be successful. So we can see that even during the recessions, the current trends, they were optimistic and they were thinking more being above in the 103 to 106 range, although current trends didn't necessarily say that that was actually going on currently. And then another good thing to point out now is that with the expectations, they are moving to a higher point than what was in 2011. So with that optimism, they're showing that they're heading forward again. They're going to pick up from the recession along with that job growth that we see from 2012 to 2022. So what can Neal TSP do in order to keep on that optimism and make sure that that expectation does become a reality for them? The ultimate focus needs to be the customers of the Aveda salons. Neal TSP has achieved their results by building relationships, and Edwin Neal III even reinforces how these relationships matter to Aveda by saying it's all about feeling good. People want to look good because it makes them feel good. The relationship between a hairdresser and a client is really a powerful relationship. A lot of times deeper than a relationship you may have with a physician. The value of these relationships with clients to hairdressers is what also needs to be consistent between the sales managers at Neal TSP, between their salon owners. Because when they constantly reinforce this relationship, they're going to develop into a successful community. So Neal TSP's ticket to success then is focusing on insight selling and social selling. Social selling is the idea of focusing on 2 to 3 main social networking sites, which for Neal TSP, the most advantage with their target markets at Aveda would be Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It's important to be constantly engaging in on these sites, reposting statuses, putting out tweets about the company and what they have going on. So that way, not only the salons are seeing constantly Neal TSP and that they're still there, they're still their provider, but then the customers of those Aveda salons are constantly reinforced with that Aveda image. And then they can also measure how effective they're reaching their market by the number of likes the page has, the number of visits that the page has, and then with Twitter, the retweets that they have, and LinkedIn, how many connections they're getting within their network. Insight selling then is about really engaging with the customers, both the salons and then the end users. A perfect example of our idea for this is Mary Kay. They have independent beauty consultants that go out and host demonstration parties. They'll sometimes have theme nights such as Put Yourself to Bed, where they'll have even male, female audience come, and they'll, for the female audience, take their makeup off and then prepare their face for a good night's sleep so they wake up feeling refreshed, their face looks great. It's that feeling about feeling good about yourself. So for Neil TSP, they're gonna host these same types of parties so that the salon stylists are engaging with their customers, the managers at Neil TSP are engaging with their customers. Today this works for Mary Kay as a very successful business. They are a $3 billion company and they have 3 million beauty consultants. So this shows that the interest is continuously there, along with our salon and spa industry, there's a genuine interest for this industry and growth. So how this is then going to work for Neil TSP is that the representatives will host these events with their salons. This will constantly reinforce with them that they're there to help them, they're there to help develop. So ideas for this could be, same like Mary Kay, have those theme nights, get ready to go out night, kind of like what you see at blowout bars where they'll go and style your hair for you so you can go out. Aveda has the aspects of doing makeup too, doing cosmetics, so you could have a client come in that's really interested about a hair and a makeup product. Get them ready to go out and show them how this product is really gonna work for them and how it's gonna show off their eyes, or for guys, how the light will really hit the gel on their hair and make them the #1 focus. So using social selling with this insight selling is also going to keep the customers engaged, salons and end users. Posting on Facebook, we're having an event night this Thursday. Which type of theme would you like to see? Having the salons and end users participate in that aspect so they can say, you know what, I really want to see what this shampoo can do for my hair because my hair gets very oily. I want to see how long it can last. You give them that trial and then they're going to be more likely to come and get it because they know they have that trial, they were able to try it versus going and making the risk of a purchase for a $60 bottle shampoo along with that conditioner. So demonstrating this product use will also address the concerns right away. So if they have questions, you're there to back them up. They don't have to sit and think, oh, I just can't do that $60 bottle of shampoo when they're at home. Where if they can come out and really interact with you, that's where they're gonna feel that they're getting that value.
Because of insight and social selling, we have developed new words for Neil TSP to live by, and those involve community, development, and success. The salons, the Neil TSP sales rep, and the salon owners are a community that is working together to develop one another in order to be successful. With these new innovative sales ideas, along with our redesigned words to live by, Neil TSP will achieve success, like we talk about here. In review today, since sales have been declining for Aveda and in turn Neil TSP, in order to turn this around and grow their sales, Neil TSP must adopt this idea of insight and social selling to constantly engage with their customers, which are the Aveda salons, but then ultimately the end users, us, the everyday people in the community. If Neil TSP adopts these ideas that we've presented today, we believe and know that they will be a top 100 company to work for in the future.
Great.